I didn't mean to laugh.
Did you hear those pipes? I mean, oh my god. Oh my god.
Power metal is well, we've talked about it at length on this show, but you'd made note before we started recording that it always sounds like video game shit.
Especially when they get that synthesizer going, man. It's like, damn, what's this, like Dance Dance Revolution here?
It applies to video games of the late 90s, early 2000s. It also applies oddly to like 80s buddy action movies, you know.
Lethal Weapon.
Like, oh, we got to go train so that way we can beat the big bad guy.
Yes. If it's an 80s movie and there's a hero, there's probably a training montage in there somewhere.
And they're getting their training from an elderly Asian man who constantly gives them the head, the back and forth, side to side, like, no. You're doing this all wrong.
And then like halfway through, while the guy's not looking, busy trying to kick ass, dude's like, all right.
Yeah, that's it.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, now I know it's time. It's my time. My time has arrived to go vanquish the big bad guy.
A great example is Bloodsport.
That's kind of one of the ones I was really thinking about.
It's a training montage, but it's broken up over about the first 45 minutes of the movie. But it goes from Frank Dukes, played by JCVD, fucking breaking in, stealing this sword that belongs to the Tanaka clan. Gets busted, of course, because he's a horrible thief. And French, very French in this movie. Or the kid they got to play his youth version was super French.
It was like that when people go, he's from Belgium, right? I'm like,
he sounds like GSP, bro. He sounds like GSP. Might be French-Canadian. But basically, then it just shows Tanaka, because like, I like you, kid. We're going to train you. You're going to help me. And the little kid's going to beat the fuck out of you, and I'm going to make him a killer, and you're going to help. The whole time, it just goes from him to the point where that dude's fucking pulling down 2 banana trees with his legs while he's doing the splits.
Jean-Claude Van Damme might be one of the more ridiculous actors out of that era, right? I mean,
not as long as Steven Seagal is there.
I was going to say, it's easy to bang on Sylvester Stallone about that with all his bullshit and the Rambo stuff that the first Rambo, oddly enough, is the one that aged the best. I mean,
fuck yeah, it felt the most real.
Yeah, I mean, it literally, as far as believable out of just any era, sure, because it seemed like a serious movie. And in the book that the original author wrote, John Rambo dies in the end. Spoiler alert. But
they filmed a scene. So there's an alternate ending where he kills himself.
I've never seen it.
Either kills himself or is wounded and dies. But there is a scene where he dies.
Yeah.
But there ain't going to be no sequel on that. But no. I don't know. They probably made that movie thinking, we're not going to make another one of these.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, that's crazy. Nobody's going to want us to do this again. Oh, yeah, we do. And matter of fact, we want to see John Rambo go back to Vietnam. Look for them POWs and whatnot in the, 20 years after the war is over,
And all that shit about, like, an engrossing storyline and a really flawed character. We're going to make you a hero now. Guess what? All that shit you were worried about that you did in the first movie, you're going to go do it again, motherfucker.
And to prove that it doesn't hold up, then you had Rambo 3, where then they go to Afghanistan to help the Taliban basically fight the Russians.
Is that what 3 was about?
Well, it was the Mujahideen, but yeah. Yeah, because then Colonel Troutman gets captured by the Russians, so he's got to go and save the guy that trained him, right? Now, I am proud to say Rambo 4, I don't fucking have any idea because I didn't watch it.
That's one that's just Rambo, right?
Yeah, it was probably, 10 years ago maybe?
I think so. And then they made Last Blood.
I don't know.
The one where he went and killed all the Mexicans.
Don't know.
That's the only thing I remember hearing about is because, John Rambo, he just kills a whole bunch of Mexicans in this movie.
Jesus, who does he think he is, a Texan?
Ew.
Oh.
Ew, Mead Metal MMA podcast. How's everybody doing? We love you, Texas. We love you.
As Brandon pointed out, Mead Metal and MMA podcast. You didn't come here to listen to Rambo talk. If we're being honest,
I don't know, man. Maybe they did.
Rambo talk might be better than power metal talk, though.
Well, I feel we can get back on this, though. I feel like everybody at one point in their lives has either enjoyed or been a fan of power metal, maybe without even really knowing it.
It's easy to do. And I fell into the trickiest trap door of them all, and that was Tyr with the Lay of Thrym.
Yeah.
Because that one, it is absolutely power metal, but you don't quite know it. It's because initially your soul is like, no, this is folk metal.
It's because it's not super fast.
Yeah.
It's really not.
But
like
it has,
Hall of Freedom is pretty fast, but even not as fast as like fucking Rhapsody of Fire.
But it has the whole male boat crew.
Yeah.
La 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 la.
The guitar that's like kind of doing vocal parts, but on a guitar. It's, yeah, I would say Tiered probably the greatest combination of folk and power metal.
Yeah.
No other band has married the two genres better than that band.
Ooh.
I'm not saying that's a compliment either.
You can take Blind Guardian. They are, I'd say they're more power metal than folk, but
they're power metal right out the gate.
Yeah, but they do have that folk tendency in what their material is about. But the thing is, folk metal and power metal actually usually have pretty similar themes, though.
Yeah, and they're doing a folk that's been created by authors. They're doing like Middle Earth folk,
right?
Like Bard's Song. That is fucking like straight up medieval times.
Yeah, but but it's not. I mean, people grab those themes all the time. I can't remember who it was that did the. It was more. They were more power metal, but they did a thing of Cormac McCart, like a '80s fantasy kind of stuff. There was even Blue Oyster Cult did a song Black Blade.
Cirith Ungol?
Maybe. But but even BOC did, Black Blade about, Elric and Melvin, the Melvin Benayan, series that Michael Moorcock wrote. It's not exactly anything new. Matter of fact, if anything else, this is a time worn tradition among bands that like to play some really heavy shit.
To venture out there, do you think that if they're doing this, that it almost has to also be like a concept album?
It doesn't have to be, but they usually do.
I feel like it makes it easier if it is.
Well, actually what made things easy was pre-cassette, pre-vinyl. Because then, or not pre-cassette, pre-CD. Because on vinyl, you only had to really theme one half. You only had to theme a half of an album. And then it's like, oh, B-side. Oh, no, that's where we do our other shit. Rush was famous for that.
Yeah. Well, I guess they probably made the term, that's a kick-ass B-side.
No, Hemispheres, it's a great record, man. Side A, it's all the same. It's all about the failings of the gods and everything else. You flip it over to the B-side and like, oh, what's this shit?
They're on their lunch break here.
But, it's good shit, but it's not in that theme. And that's a lot of bands did that. Like, oh, yep. Side one is going to be our theme about this whole record, then side two, Rush's early shit, they would put their thematics on the second side because assuming people didn't dig it, right until the point is like, oh, people do dig it. Well, let's put it on the first side.
I never fully grasped that. Because now I'm trying to put that towards on... Because that theory would work before CDs, right? Even cassette tapes.
Yeah. Well, because cassettes were just essentially a mirror of albums. But
yeah. Easier to flip and turn around and get started, and then they made it where it would just auto.
Right.
I can't remember what that was called. Auto go the other way. But I'm thinking of Black Album. I think side B is opened with Nothing Else Matters. 7th track on the album.
That was right about the time that Americans were making the switch from vinyl to CD, though.
That is true.
Or right at that stage. It probably a little early, but still.
CDs were still a bit of a luxury.
Yeah, but I think the world knew that that's what the next thing was going to be, in which case then everybody got really excited and like, oh, we'll never have to buy another form of media again.
Wrong.
Until the digital age.
Then it's like, okay, maybe we're good now. There's no reason to come up with a new physical form of media.
I bought Pearl Jam's 10 no less than 5 times.
I think we've had this discussion.
Yeah, we have.
Black Album for me, 10 for you. Shit.
How's your week?
Been all right. It's hot and cold, and it rains, and it don't.
Well, that was kind of just a little shocker, though, right? Monday?
That was nice.
And a little weird, cool, rainy day. because and usually when it does that around here, I know just prepare because it's getting ready to come kick your ass. The heat, the heat, because we're going to be 92, 93 on Saturday. Already start hitting them summer temps early May.
I don't even fucking look anymore. I just drink whiskey and deal with it.
God, at least you got that going for you. I've been battling sobriety. So far, so good. But.
Yeah. I always really feel for you when you put yourself through this, because I don't want to say when you go through this, because it's not like something that just was thrust upon you. This is the diet you chose.
Yeah. No, I've been on it since April 18th, and my plan was to kind of aim for 4 weeks with a bonus week thrown in if I felt like it. I'm actually kind of starting to hit a groove, so we'll see. I could peel off of this 1 week from today, tomorrow, whatever. Are we revealing we're actually recording a little early because we got other shit going on this week, or are we going to drop it on Friday?
Happy Friday, bitch. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what day it is. No, but, this is coming out today.
Okay, good. Yeah, a week from tomorrow. So that would be the actual official end date. If I want to do another week, then I'll throw that on. This diet, it takes so much to finally get my fucking fat ass into ketosis that and fully fat adapted. It's like a 2-week turnaround. So it's like, shit, well, at least I should enjoy this a little bit, you know.
Oh, fuck yeah, man. I mean, don't put all the work in there if you're just going to get a week of results.
Well, normally I'm drinking whiskey like a champ. I decided this time, I was like, man, I'm really hitting the old power generator right in the chops with the liver, you know, because that's what produces the ketones.
Right.
Yeah, so I've been really, really holding off.
It's really made your sparkling personality come out more.
Which I've had more people actually in the last couple of weeks say, man, you're really being an asshole today. So that must be that sparkling personality you're referring to.
Yes. Well, everybody's finally seeing it. I've seen it for years.
Yeah. And, so between all of that, and it was also, I guess, semi-useful and shit like that. I've been dealing with a fucking medical problem that, and it turns out will not go away now, so there's that.
Yeah.
That's some fun times. But nothing that liquor can't cure once I pull off of those things. So,
that's right.
You know, but
we'll have you in a regiment in no time.
Yeah, I'll give you my exact at least 3-year guarantee. I'll be around for at least 3 years. So,
oh, man,
I like to give some optimism there.
So we really got to really rock these 3 years out there. All right, message received.
So
Let me get on to my crack person.
There you go. So, but it is the Mead Metal MMA podcast. Get together once a week talking about, or actually we used to, about every other week. At some point, it starts looking like we're just trying to keep LJ confused.
To varying results, but we're usually successful.
Yeah. We have LJ this time around, so that's some good news.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Our lives are run by other people sometimes.
More often than we would like to admit.
Yeah, and sometimes things have to be adjusted.
You know, and I need to learn that at times when people start to weigh you down with their nonsense, you have to keep in mind to readily be able to say and have it on the tip of your tongue, fuck you, I'm not doing that. It makes life a little easier.
It does.
I need to actually get back to really stand behind that.
Well, we need to get back to the days of you threatening old people with violence. That's what we need to get back to, and I feel like we're getting there.
I feel like the pandemic's kind of kept me away from that a little bit because, you know, it's we've got a society, it's like get the hell in, get the hell out, and, you know, so there's not a lot of dilly-dallying, and, I don't know, elderly gentlemen getting a little infusion of chutzpah.
Dude, I'm telling you, the toot has risen in old people.
It has.
Exponentially. Because all of a sudden, old people view us as one of them. Like, well, they don't go anywhere. They're wearing masks. They're just staying home. They're getting real penisy.
Yeah.
Real penisy.
Had actually one of my neighbors. I was at Walmart the other day. He's walking by, not wearing a mask, because why would you do that?
That would be wrong.
Apparently, but he was able to recognize me. Whatever.
Hooray!
He goes walking.
Good for you.
Walking by, goes, "Going on, young feller?" I said, "Not much, old feller." And he looked at me like I basically called him a prick. I'm sorry, but you give me something. I'm assuming I must reciprocate in kind.
Oh, yeah. You come at me familiar. I'm coming right back at you familiar. My familiarity is going to be a little more abrasive.
Yeah.
What's going on, cocksucker?
Right. These are also the assholes, though. Once in a while, they'll forget to, latch a door, and it'll, be swinging wide open. I call the cops every time. Just because I know it's a pain in the balls.
I need a wellness check.
I know it's a pain. Yeah, they're like, oh, what the fuck? Sheriff's office out here. What's that? Why is that? What's going on? Oh, yeah, we had somebody call, say one of your doors is left wide open, and they're out there, and they've got to walk around for 20 minutes to make sure that the scene is okay. Is it a real dick thing to do?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Does it bother me? No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, no, that takes 2 minutes.
I sleep just fine at night, knowing that I pull that shit. Sure.
I may have to call a fucking sheriff in my own place.
No, it works. They inconvenience the shit out of them. They want to make sure it's like somebody called. We're going to make sure everything's cool.
Well, mine's for a different reason. Fucking woke up this morning. There's a pig in my yard.
You still getting weird livestock coming in?
A pig.
Usually it's been dogs.
There's a pig. There's a pig now. A fucking huge pig.
So you have some bacon to disseminate?
I'm about to be throw down some tonkatsu ramen, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
This shit will not stand. Dogs, fine, whatever. I fucking hate it, but I'll tolerate it. Pigs, fucking proper livestock, no, sir. I will fucking choke that pig out and braise him and eat him right in front of his family. There is nothing I'm mad at the pig because I'm also mad at the pig's owners.
Yeah.
I'm more mad at the owners, but the pig's on my property, so I'm fucking mad at the pig.
It's normal. Same as these assholes that I have down at at the end of my drive. They got dogs that'll just chase you. And it's a pain in the ass. I don't want to start my day. I don't want to start my day at 5 a.m. running over your fucking dog. That's not how my day should have to start.
Sure. I mean, I'll do it.
Yeah. Now these dogs are smart enough because I think they've had their feet run over once or twice by certain people.
I'm surprised they can still fucking run in a straight line.
Yeah. But that does not prevent them from getting right the fuck in front of the Jeep. Yeah. In which case, then I gun it, and they get fuck out of the way because that's all they want. They want to race. So
yeah. Well, you know what? People don't race that close in any sport, except like I don't know, the relay race is pretty close there at the end.
I don't know, but I don't want to deal with your fucking dogs out in the middle of a fucking county thoroughfare.
No fucking respect.
Nah.
None.
Yeah, I know. When I first moved out here, I was like the only one out here. Man, it's fucking heavily populated out here now. I almost feel like shit, do I need to move another 10 miles out? Which I don't want to do that because fuck, then a run to town is not exactly a quick turnaround.
Yeah, true. Yeah, then my gas bill goes up. I mean,
mine goes up. Everybody goes up.
Who wins? No one wins.
Fuck wants that, right?
Well, I guess we should get to it.
All right. Mead side of everything. We're needing to move some mead probably pretty soon. Probably this weekend. Need to move it to the barrel, top that off, and then rack out what's left into 2 1 gallons. We've already talked about this. We'll give it a try. We haven't experimented with anything in a while. I'm up for a good experiment this time around. Whether I can find the shit to actually do a proper experiment with or not, I don't know. I can certainly find some whole coffee beans. I can do, and I have a coffee grinder, so certainly they're not like it's not like I'd buy a whole bag and they're going to go to waste.
That is true. You would have plans for the rest of it.
But
what about the piment batch?
We can do that because grapes can be had year round. I'd really like to do the one with the mulberries, but man, mulberries aren't to be had around here until July, August. So that's and on top of that, the number we'd have to get in good with somebody that's got a fucking lot of mulberry bushes.
How much would you think we'd need for a gallon run?
I don't know. I mean, I legit don't know. It would be a lot.
Really?
Probably a couple pounds.
Because we'd crush them up, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but I'd keep them in a hops bag because there'd be a lot of trash coming off of mulberries.
And we'd probably reactivate the yeast in doing that.
Potentially, but that's why I keep the potassium sorbate. It keeps things from refiring and all that fun stuff. Chemistry shit. So.
Chem shit.
But
have we ever done a berry batch? A berry batch.
Not that I know. We talked about doing blueberry, but we figured the blue would be off-putting for people.
It does kind of have that vomit aftertaste.
You know what I think would be all right? Would be mango.
Mango, you say?
Mango and mead would probably really kind of... I mean, now, granted, at this point, we're just talking about some shit that... we always pride ourselves on the process being the same as those of 1,000 years ago. The flavor certainly wouldn't be if we're talking mango and coffee. Fuck that.
Process, yes. Flavor, no.
Yeah, maybe if you had some Vikings, I don't know, living in Mexico.
I feel like we keeps it real. We keeps it pretty fucking real.
But that might be a consideration, especially because I can get my hands on mango all the time down there on the corner there here in town across from that Wells Fargo.
Oh, yeah, like where the jerky truck and shit is on the weekend.
Right.
Fuck yeah. That'd be cool. Mango's good.
I think it would blend really well with mead. I really do. I mean, better than peach.
Honey and mango. Throw a sprinkle of tagine in each bottle. Make it spicy.
Maybe not, but you can do that afterwards.
I'm thinking of gummy edibles we sell at work.
Besides that, Valentina, that's kind of my go-to over tagine now.
Really?
It's not as over the top, but it still provides a little bit of fire. As I have found out on this stupid fucking diet, I've been throwing down on taco bowls lately. And it's mostly all chili powder and Valentina, their knockoff version of tagine. So.
Oh, okay, because that's what I was wondering. Like, Valentina makes like a
It is. It's
okay.
It is a red powdery substance with a lot of citric acid in it and stuff. 0 carbs, so.
Perfection. Wow, I didn't know Valentina did that. I like their hot sauce, man.
It is. You either love it or you hate it. I've never come across anybody that's like.
I love it for what it is.
I've never come across anybody that's like, man, I love me some Valentina. But you always get people like, oh yeah, no, I can throw down on that shit.
Yeah. That's doable.
That one I can do. What's that other the Crystal? Not Crystal Palace. That's vodka. Damn it. There's a Crystal hot sauce, Crystal Lake or something. I don't know.
I don't know if I've heard.
It's not Crystal Lake. That's where Jason kills people.
That's right.
But it's one of those, and it is too gringo. It's too gringo. It's
a gringo hot sauce.
It is mild Taco Bell sauce, basically.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Not even Diablo.
Nah.
Damn.
Wow, I got on track on hot sauce for some reason. Although,
well, hot sauce is good.
Yeah, El Yucateco is still the tops, but man, the flavor is really dominant, and it doesn't work on everything. The Mayan stuff, it's got a sweetness to it. So, man, if you got a thing that's straight up savory, you don't want to add it to it because it's not right. Same with the green. The green is savory only. It doesn't have any sweet kick to it. You add it into anything sweet, and it's not going to taste right.
Yeah.
And the red, I actually threw away a bottle of red. The black El Yucateco, that's great for anything smoked.
Oh, yeah. You were carrying that along.
The Caribbean is fucking great. If you're going to make like jerked chicken or something like that, dude, that stuff works great.
I don't think I've ever had the Caribbean.
Yeah. It's got like notes of like pineapple and stuff. Yeah.
I like sweet heat.
Yeah.
I like sweet heat a lot.
So El Yucateco is kind of the top of the food chain for me, but man, I do. But I'm still white trash. I still keep a bottle of Louisiana hot sauce in there that I turn things into soup with because I overuse the shit out of it.
There is a lot of brown folk that pride themselves on heat that I'm sure will throw down on a bottle of Louisiana every once in a while. Because that stuff, Louisiana hot sauce goes great on everything.
It really does.
Everything.
That was the shit. When I was in the Marines, go to a chow hall. Man, it's a good one if they had Tabasco. But most of them didn't have Tabasco. But almost all of them had Louisiana hot sauce.
Yeah. That's why it comes in a bigger bottle.
Yeah. So clearly, supporting the troops, I can get behind that.
Dude, the MREs from that fucking MRE guy I watch on YouTube, they would like put actual little tiny glass bottles.
Yeah.
Of Tabasco in there.
Yeah. No, we'd get them back when I was in.
Dude,
but
I thought it was kind of, I mean, it seems like a waste of space.
There was a series of 12 MREs that would come in a case. And those were the 12 flavors, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
Meals.
Entrees.
But there were like 4 of them that came with Tabasco. And so you had to either know, and they were the ones that generally weren't really well sought out. They were the ones that's like, you got to have Tabasco to make these fucking things taste right.
Right.
You know? They were and back in those days, it was the dried beef patty and the dried pork patty.
Sounds delicious already.
Or the two. Yeah, you'd rehydrate them, put them in a canteen cup, say your cup on a kerosene heater, which is all well and good. Oh, unless, I don't know, you're out at fucking 29 Palms And there are no heaters because it's fucking 120 degrees during the day. So you'd have to kind of rehydrate. Now, you'd have to rehydrate in a hot environment like that, like there or over in fucking Kuwait or right outside. You throw them down into like one of the bags of baked beans they have and let that shit rehydrate them, and you set it out in the sun for a while.
You let the baked bean juice rehydrate the patty?
Yeah.
That's fucking genius, bro. Huh.
Yeah. No, I mean, you can talk shit about the Marines all day long about how dumb we are and some stuff, but we know how to fuck some things into usefulness.
I've seen a few people try. I'm like, I didn't like the reaction that was received.
Yeah. But you get them.
That's a great idea, dude.
Yeah. So you get that. You get either the rehydrated, or dehydrated beef patty, pork patty. I think the other ones, ham and chicken loaf and ham loaf are the other two.
Now, I've seen a few videos of the loaf MREs from like the early 90s.
And it smells like dog food.
But look that far from dog food either, man.
But you got to peel the very top of that pouch off, jam those fucking crackers down in there, squish the shit out of it, dump your Tabasco in there and squish it again. Tastes a lot less like dog food then.
Tastes a little more like a spreadable meat product.
No, it tastes like you're eating an MRE, but it's nothing terribly pleasant. But you get used to it. I mean, that's the same thing. When I got out, immediately when I got it, they had already put out the next gen MREs that included fucking omelets and shit, which I thought, fuck that. That sounds disgusting.
Yeah. Dude, I watch on YouTube, calls them vomlets, and they for good fucking reason.
Yeah. And then people, rightly so, go, yeah, but you were eating like fucking Frankfurters and beans. Frankfurters, which are shelf stable for like a decade. It's like, well, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
What kind of weird magic is that?
Because those things were as mealy as it gets.
Sure, and I mean they had to be as shelf stable as possible.
The crackers came in everything, and they were the saving grace of most things because they would pull the terrible flavors out of shit.
MRE crackers do look good.
They're not, but
because they're in like the 4-square classic pattern that you got to break up. They always look good. They're not good.
Well, there's no flavor. But that's what they do. They're a flavor void. They drag bad flavors out of the shit you're eating. That's what they do.
They're bad flavor charcoal.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that's a safe call. Well, hell, this isn't the Mead Metal MMR or MRE and MMA.
Wow, another M that we can throw in there though if we ever need to.
I'd rather not.
Mead Metal MRE MMA podcast.
Ugh, yeah.
Ooh, damn, that is a mouthful.
So I think we're good on the Mead update. Bottle of Troublemaker last weekend. I'm assuming tastes the way Troublemaker's supposed to taste.
Me and Ruben killed that bottle pretty quick.
Yeah, I noticed that. I thought, well, it certainly isn't bad.
Yeah. My last thought is Ruben passed out on the couch. Like, well, that guy ain't going nowhere for an hour or two.
Appreciate you leaving the TV on for him, so I'm back there till 4:30 in the morning going, are those motherfuckers still partying out there?
Dude, I turned the volume down when I left.
Yeah, but I could still hear it, so it's
fuck.
But then like a ghost, then Ruben's gone like between 4:30 and 5:30 when the dog decided to wake up.
He's great at that.
Yeah.
No like jelly bean trail or anything?
No, not this
Well,
time.
he was drunk, so I'm like, that dude's going to wake up and want some quick little snack before the second half of that nap.
No. Andy turned the TV off, so that was
fucking gentleman.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. You don't get a lot of Rubenses in your life.
That's true. Everybody needs a proper Ruben in their life.
So, yeah, it's been some fun times around here. Even in sobriety, it's had its moments.
I feel like I'm doing all the work.
I'll be looking forward to throwing back some rye again. Probably a week from Friday, I think.
Well, don't put a fucking time on it, man.
Yeah.
Just fucking the feeling is right, then do.
Well, I'm just waiting. At some point, somebody's going to decide to take a dump on my day, and that's the day I'll be drinking some rye. So,
well, it's not that I'm rooting for a dump.
Metal. We need to check in with our friend LJ, who we've clearly been playing kind of a weird shell game of keeping him away from the podcast lately. For that, LJ, you have my immense apologies. So why don't we see what's going down with Lowdown on the Metal Update for this week?
Nowhere you can run.
I can't run anymore, man.
Nowhere you can hide.
Hey, is it cool if I hide in this cabinet?
It's time
Where's my watch at?
for Metal with LJ.
I'll be like the intro because the only time we're doing it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the metal portion of the Mead, Metal, and MMA podcast with your host, LJ. Hope you guys like that intro. That's the highest production value we've had since last episode. Now that that's out of the way, let's sift through Loudwire's litter box of releases and see if there's anything worth spending our hard-earned pennies on. First thing that caught my eye was Gojira with the album Fortitude. I am a huge fan of Gojira, so that's unfair to start the list with. I should have ended the list with it. But hey, man, it's Gojira. Gojira. God, I feel like I prematurely ended the show, but hey, I do that all the time. Moving on. Here's undisputed proof that whoever works on these lists doesn't know their ass from a hole in the ground. This band is Twisted, a rap group, mind you, from Magic Ninja Entertainment, is releasing an album called Unlikely Prescription. I've fallen off of Twisted, but I mean, they're alright. They're not bad. So if you're into horrorcore rap, or you like Twisted, or Psychopathic, or you're a juggalo, whoop whoop, then go ahead and buy this album. And if you don't, you're a juggaho, or this just doesn't appeal to your tastes. Alright, next on the list. Need a palate cleanser? How about the Dropkick Murphys? Everyone's favorite Irish band. Turn Up That Dial is the name of the new project they're working on, and it sounds pretty fucking good. In fact, I would say, I think I'm actually going to buy this one too. Yeah, I like Irish stuff, even metal, so there. Meh. Next, and this one does all the work for me, Pain of Salvation, whose the abbreviation for their band name is POS. That should tell you everything. They have two releases, 12:5, which I believe is supposed to be 12:5, and the other one is just called B, spelled B-E, I guess. It sounds like they're a prog band, sort of like Tool. I like Tool better. They've grown on me. Maybe Pain of Salvation will grow on me too. In fact, how many more times can I say Pain of Salvation without making a shit joke? POS. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This album is by a band called The Electric Boys, or just Electric Boys, I guess. The album's called Upside Down, and I was watching the video to their song Super God. It's pretty funny. It uses a lot of animation. The lyrics are kind of abstract and funny as shit, so I guess you should check it out. It entertained me, so I think it'll entertain you guys too. And also there's a song called If Only She Was Lonely. It sounds pretty funny too. This band is called Temptress. Temtris. The album is called Ritual Warfare. And it is badass. It really just reminded me of Maiden. But, yeah, check them out. I fucking love it. I thought it was awesome. Doesn't get any more metal than that, my friends. Well, this is the part of my segment where I sign off and pass it back to those guys in the mead hall. So, just to let you guys know, these are the new releases coming out today, as of this Friday. Go ahead, check them out, buy them, stream them. However they distribute music nowadays, transport them into your head via beams emitted from a satellite in space. I don't care how you get your music, just check this shit out and continue to rock the fuck on. See you next week when we won't have as stellar of a budget. See ya!
Okay.
We did it.
At least
We got him on,
at least we had a show finally with LJ on it and without, like, moving the goalposts every time he's trying to kick a field goal.
That's true.
All right. Anyway, but the guy's always got the good shits. Yeah, and you always find him on because he's got a lot of different things going on. That guy always has, right?
Doing a lot of shit. Whole lot of shit.
Probably fewer than he used to do, but the guy's really kind of focused in. He's got his KBX record that's out, so pick that up. And you never know. I mean, just keep track of the guy. Find him on Facebook. Keep up with all his projects. It'll wear you out, I'm telling you.
Dude, he's like going to be... how many fucking albums did Frank Zappa put out?
Get me lying.
A lot. I think that guitar player, Buckethead, has hundreds of albums he's put out.
Yeah.
Of course, maybe 2 or 3 of them of note, but...
I don't think LJ will be approaching those numbers.
He's pretty busy.
Well, because he spent a lot of time. What did he say? It was like a decade in the making on his last record for KBX.
Yeah.
So, anyway, thanks to LJ for the metal news for this week. At least the update on that. Actually, news would be more of a Brandon thing. You got anything stuck in your craw this week?
I don't ever want to go to Kid Rock's bar.
Yeah.
Apparently, you can get a colostomy bag swung at your ass if you go there.
Do what?
Shit. The guy went over there and apparently was drunk and gnarly And cops came in, and the dude grabbed his colostomy bag and smacked the cops with it.
Isn't that, like, I don't know, like life-threatening kind of shit?
Well, that's poop.
Yeah.
Poop ain't good.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not supposed to throw the bag at people, right?
Well, it's just a stoma. Basically another orifice to have sex with. So I don't know if I don't know if the removal of the bag puts you in a life-threatening situation. It does put you in felonious territory with a cop.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Actually, too. Because that's like fucking biological warfare at that point.
Well, it's the same as shitting in your hand and throwing it at him, right?
Yeah, but this is more convenient because your shit bag's right there like a gun holster. Who gonna draw first?
It still sounds like a bad idea.
I wouldn't want to throw shit on a cop.
See, Conor McGregor ought to consider himself pretty fucking lucky that the old man he was trying to force that proper 12 down his throat didn't fucking hit him with a colostomy bag, huh?
He might now.
Yeah.
He might now.
Maybe.
So who do you think Ozzy says his rock god?
Ozzy's rock god,
Yeah,
really?
I know, right?
Wow.
And I'll say this. It's a peer.
It's a what?
A peer. It's not like someone from when he was 12.
Okay. Well, that rules out John Mayall.
It's a fairly obvious answer at one point. I feel like he's named this rock god after seeing everybody perform for 40-plus years.
Yeah, out of Ozzy's era, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. God, Robert Plant?
Not even the same ballpark.
Really?
Yeah. More his ballpark. More right in Ozzy's own ballpark.
God, it's got to be a lead singer, right?
Yep.
Holy shit. Well, that's a hell of a...
We've talked about this guy a lot on the old podcast.
A lot?
Got a few moles on his face. Raspy voice. Drinks a lot.
Well, that's fucking almost any of them, right?
He's dead. He's dead now.
Well, that is definitely almost any of them we talk about.
The answer you're looking for, sir, is Lemmy Kilmister.
Oh, no shit, huh?
Yeah, that's his rock god. Which, that's a fair choice.
I
Who
guess-
do you pick if you're Ozzy, you know?
I guess it makes sense since, Lemmy wrote that one track that got Ozzy a lot of success.
Ozzy brings that up, Mama, I'm coming home.
Yeah.
Shit, fucking Lemmy did Hellraiser.
Yep.
Lemmy did that song and then gave it to fucking Ozzy.
God, if I would have thought about it that a little more, Lemmy's the only choice that would have made sense. Should, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's in his realm, fucking specifically. I don't know. I figured he might go like a John Lennon. A lot of people view the Beatles as rock gods.
Yeah.
Rock gods of a certain era, for sure. Maybe not overall.
Usually if you're going to reference the Beatles, though, you're probably going to be a guitar player, and you're probably going to reference George Harrison, though.
Yeah.
John Lennon's politics were a little hard for a lot of people, especially late phase John Lennon.
Well, at least we didn't have to deal with that very long.
Paul McCartney's still cranking them out, though, so...
Yeah, and that guy forces veganism down your throat.
Do you think that guy hurts his own legacy by just living on and on and on?
No, because he just does the same thing over and over again. He doesn't branch out into anything. Paul McCartney story has not changed since he got divorced.
And you turned me on to that new record. Well, it's not new now. It's a couple of years old now, but... it's like, dude, you're going to have to stop.
Which one?
It was that one. It was 2 years ago, I want to say, that we got released. We talked about it at length on this show way back then.
Oh, that new McCartney album.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not new now. But
no.
But they had one track, and I thought, okay, that ain't bad. And that was the early release track. Everything else on that record was a pile of dumb.
I remember now, yeah. No, I mean, Paul McCartney don't need to make new music.
Right.
That's the last thing he needs
that
to do.
seems weird that he is, right?
Yeah. I mean, shit, I think no, it's not an album of his. I think they're putting out a reimagined version of one of his albums, McCartney 3. And it's going to be like everybody doing covers of his shit. That's the way you do it. You make money by having other people do your songs, and then you make an album out of that shit.
That's how you do it.
And you go print your own money.
Well, that's isn't that basically what the Deftones did with Black Pony? Or Black Stallion?
Black Pony.
White Pony, Black Stallion.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, but that was, I don't know. That was a bad album.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you.
I mean, man, shit. You want to talk about one of the most disappointing things of 2019? 2020,
yeah.
Is that fucking Black Stallion remix album.
Number 2, the coronavirus. Number 3, the...
Did anything beat the coronavirus last year?
I wouldn't put it that way, but yeah. It wasn't good. I mean,
Yeah, it wasn't
basically,
great.
they tried to find every, I don't know, what, relevant DJ, degent guy, whatever, that they had out there, right?
Yeah, but I feel like there are some good ones out there.
That they just kind of overlooked.
Mike Shinoda?
No.
And
Mike,
they gave him Passenger?
yeah.
Ugh.
Mike Shinoda does great if it's Linkin Park. Man, if it is not Linkin Park, you're gonna get the full Mike Shinoda effect, which is not a good thing.
Yeah, when's that new Linkin Park album coming out? Oh, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Mike Shinoda's just who he is now.
They they did do that tour, and they let the crowd sing every Chester part, right?
I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that. There is a Kids in the Hall skit. Okay. It's it starts out as this press conference, and there is a guy that looks like a rock star and a guy that looks like a manager, and there's this big news story that this guy's entire band died in a car accident, and he was the only one that lived because they left him and he had to get a rental car.
Okay.
So 1, they didn't like the drummer to begin with. 2, they're all dead now. So the drummer comes out and is like, man, I think what the band would want is for us to keep the tour alive. We're going on tour, and we're only going to be doing drums. There's no it's just the drummer doing the parts of the song that are the drums.
All right.
Like, you know what? That sounds an awful lot like, because I always feel like when you have the audience sing along with you, I mean, it's a kick-ass experience whenever people are singing your shit back to you.
Sure.
That's got to be a cool
Always.
feeling.
Yeah.
But like the Vince Neils, they're like, this is where I don't have to do any work, motherfuckers.
There is that.
Then you get to sound like Vince Neil circa 2020.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't really want anything Vince Neil related.
Fuck that guy, too.
Yeah, that guy too. The only Vince Neil related stuff you need to concern yourself about is he likes to kill drummers. That's kind of where that's at.
I feel like we can get this joke in once a month.
I try.
Whether
I do
it's
try.
here or just in conversation.
Exactly.
Fuck Hanoi Rocks, man. They don't mean nothing.
Do
you think that if that drummer lived, they would have been something?
No.
Am I defending Vince Neil right now? Sounds
Yeah,
like
maybe. Sounds like it. We good with metal, yeah?
Oh yeah.
We've got actually a really, now for what it is, a UFC card coming out on Saturday, non-pay-per-view, but the event looks pretty great. 6 on the prelims, 6 on the main card. Now, the thing is too, this was a fight that was supposed to be fantastic, and it lost all of its luster, but man, they filled it right back in.
I feel like they did a pretty good job.
Yeah, for what it is. I mean, for it being a free fight. Now, it does say it's on ESPN. I think we've encountered that before, and it does tend to be on ESPN and ESPN Plus generally, right?
There hasn't been one time during this pandemic. Because, like, during the pandemic, that's when they started showing the ESPN cards on ESPN Plus.
Yeah. Well, I'm all right with that because we have access to ESPN Plus.
It does start at 6.
Yeah. I'm all right with that. 6 fights. Man, even if they wrap it up pretty fast. I mean, we're looking at a trajectory of about 9 p.m., 8:30 if there's a hell of a lot of putaways, but which I don't know. A lot of these, and the problem is going to be, and a lot of people are going to look at this card and see some star power and think, well, it's going to be pretty good. What I like about it, there's a lot of parity, which means there's not going to be a lot of finishes. There's a lot of people on the same level here.
I'm cool with the fight. I mean, like, I don't crave finishes.
Yeah.
Normally, if there's a finish, someone got severely outclassed.
Right.
Severely. Usually, if it's like countershot, then it's just shit luck. I agree. There are a few question marks, like Cerrone Morano. I don't know about that one. I feel like they're Cowboys getting set up to fail. But it's a fight that I don't think will be held against him.
Right.
It's late notice, and he's not the one taking it. It's another guy. Usually it's him taking that shit.
So how about we go ahead and take it from the main card, and it's going to open with Amanda Ribas and Angela Hill.
Really enjoy both those ladies.
Yeah, Amanda's pretty tough, man. I mean, that 10-2 record kind of speaks for itself, and I mean, Angela Hill's actually really kind of come into her own. I think you could say here lately, but that's a 13-9. That's a lot of fights that chick has had.
Yeah. Well, let's not forget Hiba's coming after a pretty significant loss, a finish.
Yeah.
She got rocked. She got finished on her feet, but she was still getting tagged. I think this is going to be a straight up fucking boxing match.
Yeah, and I think.
But if Hiba starts getting a little overwhelmed, just take it to the ground and call it good.
I'm reasonably sure we're going to get a decision victory out of that one way or the other.
I don't know, man.
After that, lightweight, we have Carlos Diego Ferreira and Gregor Gillespie. Gillespie rocking that 13-1 record and a goofy haircut.
My boss's son, who's 4, has that same haircut.
Yeah. Well, that ought to tell you something, Gregor, you know. But kind of looking forward to this because actually both guys have a really outstanding record. Ferreira has got a 17-3 record against Gillespie's 13-1. These are two guys that win a lot. But again, I think that we're going to see some real similar level action. Probably not going to be the exciting, explosive fight you might want.
My only concern is it looks like Gillespie is a featherweight fighting at lightweight against this guy.
Yeah.
Because Ferreira's a big motherfucker.
Right.
And now if you go on the UFC website, they show you leg reach now.
Ooh. Yeah.
I wish they'd start showing us on TV. So important.
Yeah, yeah. Don't you like that they started the whole Twitter from famous people first, and now they're getting around to leg reach? Got to make sure we got the important shits out of the way first, son.
I still think Gregor Gillespie is just going to be like a Tasmanian devil of death. I think he's going to mow him down.
I think that's possible. I do think that Ferreira's got enough veteran savvy to him to probably prevent being put away. Matter of fact, I mean, if we're talking about a finish, I actually like his chances on a finish better than Gillespie. But I think we're getting a decision.
The parody continues.
Yeah, and it's present throughout this card. Next one up, the heavyweight, you got Maurice Green and Marcos Rogerio de Lima. Man, that's a heavyweight fight. I can see both those guys gassing out in the first round and becoming basically a huge hug fest in the middle of the octagon.
Yeah, it's not going to be a decision victory due to parity. It's going to be a decision victory due to them both looking like pairs.
Yeah, likely is not. And I'm not a huge fan usually of heavyweights. Unless it's a heavyweight I know has great cardio. Neither one of these guys come in with great cardio.
Maurice Green has a wonky eye. I immediately doubt it's a depth perception. That's why he's 9-6.
Yeah. Yeah, and DeLima's got he's got 17 wins under his belt. I mean, this is a guy that does know how to get it done at heavyweight. Also 8 losses, though. So it's not like we're talking about some dominant people. I mean, that's not what this card is about. This card is about technicality, and that's what we're going to get in the next fight after that, because Neil Magny always brings a really exciting fight, right? Against Jeff Neal. Talking about Amanda Ribas, here talking about a guy that had his first UFC loss, and that's Jeff Neal.
Now, this is the fight we were supposed to get.
Yeah.
Before, when Magny went out with an injury and Jeff Neal ended up fighting Wonder Boy and got dealt with.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, Jeff Neal is still ranked number 10. That's okay. He's top 10.
Yeah.
This might be the best pairing on the card, I think, overall, as far as like overall skill.
Yeah, because you can't doubt his hands. Jeff Neal can finish a fight real fast.
Yeah.
Neil Magny, though, as we have seen, that guy does pretty good work off the ground, and we know that
he does.
Apparently, Jeff Neal doesn't really brush up on that too much.
Neil Magny, not a big fan of finishing fights, though.
Yeah.
And again, but it goes to that storyline of this is not the fight card for finishes. You want that? Go back and watch 262. You get your mouth full of all of that shit.
Because all of them are, right.
Jeff Neal is going to have a pretty significant reach disadvantage. 5 inches. He's I said a 4 and said 5.
He is a stout dude, meaning that there's a lot of weight on that frame, but not a lot of reach.
Yeah, well, he's as tall as I am.
Yeah. The co-main is where we get to next. I got to let the dog out, but I'll let you talk about Donald Cerrone and Alex Morono.
What is there to be said about Donald Cerrone?
Can't be said about weak old flower.
God damn, I don't even get that. So we got Cowboy. Dude was supposed to fight Diego Sanchez in what was going to be Diego Sanchez's retirement fight. It turns out no retirement fight required. Your ass is done here in the UFC because your trainer, whatever the fuck he is, your life coach, your sex partner, is weird. Cerrone did call out his new lover because of it. And now he's in territory. Now, granted, this is at 170. So he even said himself that he's going to be going back to 155 after this, which is great because that dude needs to do something. The sun is setting.
Every time Cerrone says that, the promotion goes, nope, want you at welterweight. Every time.
Every moneymaker that they've thrown him against, he has been fucking throttled. It's time. Let this guy do what the fuck he wants so he can go out however he wants to go out.
We'll get back to the Diego Sanchez thing in a little bit because we got the main event, which you talk about. If there's a finish here, I'll be shocked because you got Marina Rodriguez and Michelle Waterson. I don't have any issue with Michelle Waterson except for the fact that I think we probably witnessed all 8 of her losses firsthand.
I think she was undefeated when she got to the UFC.
Marina Rodriguez, I'm a little in the dark here because she is 13-1 at flyweight. That seems a little crazy. I don't know how many of those are finishes.
Let me pull them up.
Yeah, because a 13-1 record, especially if it's interspersed with a lot of finishes at flyweight, color me impressed.
46% decision rate, 54% finish rate. One of those being a sub, the rest being knockout.
Well, that ain't bad. Because she's 13-1-2, oddly enough. Because I don't know how you get that 2 outside of some deep,
I want to see some of these names.
Yeah, and I'm sure that she comes up from some fight league somewhere of having beaten everybody that you've never heard of.
She's the one that fucking gave Hebus that knockout.
Oh, okay.
So, a bitch a note. The last one she dropped was to Carlos Esparza back in July last year.
What?
Decision.
But, well, yeah.
I think we were watching that fight, and I think we were not happy with that judge's result.
Right. Yeah, Carlos Esparza is one of the least exciting former champs that are out there. But
3 fights in the UFC, a draw, a loss, and a win.
Yeah. Well, that win was certainly impressive enough. Is it going to be something she can roll out on Karate Hottie, Michelle Waterson?
This was on the up and up, man.
Yeah.
She had everything going for her until that second round happened.
Yeah, I know. And then at make matters worse, I unfollowed her on Instagram. Like, nope.
This is all your fault.
I only follow winners.
However, thank you for sending me that photo of Mackenzie Dern earlier. That was greatly appreciated.
Goodness. Yeah.
I wonder if that was touched up at all. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just curious because it's like lines on a car.
Yeah, she's got good lines.
Is that acceptable to say? She got good lines.
She's from Brazil, of course it is.
All right.
Let's circle back around and talk a little bit about Diego Sanchez. For the uninitiated, he used to train at Jackson Wink in Albuquerque, which is also where Donald Cerrone used to train. Both of them used to train there back when Mike Jackson had a controlling hand and everything that happened there before Mike Winklejohn started fucking the dog on everything there. So both of them, same camp for a very long time because Diego, he went almost basically straight to Jackson Wink after The Ultimate Fighter 1, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that guy was at the same gym, 15 years? Something crazy like that. Cerrone was there for nearly that long. I mean, a very long time. Both of them left Jackson Wink, as any right-thinking person would do, but both left because of the bullshit posed by Mike Winklejohn. So Donald Cerrone gets out of there, goes out and finds a couple of good striking coaches, a couple of good coaches that he can really round out his game with.
And it's also a couple of friends of his.
And that is what it is.
I think it shows in his record.
Yeah.
I really do.
Well, he did have that Australian dude, that kickboxing champion, in his corner there for a while. I don't think he's there anymore, but damn it, his name's on the tip of my tongue, but it just left. But so he goes out, finds a bunch of friends and people with some good information and everything else, and spars with them, trains with them. Diego goes out. He gets a new I don't think it was necessarily a camp, but he did initially have some people who knew what they were doing, promptly fired all of them in order to bring in this life coach. So it's been him and this life coach basically for the last, 4 years?
This motherfucker, dude. I mean, Diego was already unbalanced.
Sure.
He came... Everybody familiar with the pro wrestler Daniel Bryan, the Yes Chance. That's what made Daniel Bryan's fucking career and made him money and made him a fucking star. It's something he took from Diego Sanchez.
Yeah.
Diego Sanchez is coming to the fucking octagon. Yes, yes. Just like he's coming to kill you.
Right.
He was already fucked up. It just took a leech like this asshole to fucking exploit it.
Yeah, and this life coach, and that's... He's been
fucking life coach.
Been doing some weird shit that, I mean, when they were at Fight Island, he didn't like it because he was trying to tell the broadcasters, Paul Felder, of what he should and shouldn't say about his fighter. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Who does that?
I saw that video, dude.
Who
I was
does that?
shocked. I'm fucking glad Paul Felder's like, dude, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Should have set up a welterweight
Even
fight.
Megan
Paul Felder.
O'Leary and Angela Hill, who was in on that as well because she was a part of the crew for that show.
Right.
Was fucking telling this guy like, you're a fucking moron, dude.
Yeah.
We're gonna do our job. Don't tell us how to do our job. And this guy's wanting to show him fucking YouTube videos of his death punch.
Yeah, and
Which
he's
apparently Cerrone said he tried to do that to a buddy of his at a bar, and the guy dropped him.
yeah.
So
Well, sure.
that death punch don't work.
So life coach Zero, or death.
0-1.
He's 0-1 on the
Actually,
death punch.
0-2 if you want to count Diego's UFC career. Killed that real quick.
So, yeah, Diego, it was weird because we got rumblings like, oh, wait, that fight's off the card. What's going on here? Because initially it didn't say. Well, and then it comes out because, Diego thought that the UFC was disrespecting him or something like that?
Here's the bottom line. Fabia requested all of Diego's medical records, which don't even get me started on the HIPAA fucking chain of events you have just put forth by even requesting. I don't know if the UFC actually has full control of their fighters' medical records. I guess that would make sense with it being a contact sport. But
but you're HIPAA certified. That's like no-go shit. Your medical information is your shit.
Yeah.
It should never fall into somebody else's hands.
Ain't no one getting it unless Joshua Fabia, which this is possible too, has some form of fucking power of attorney over this motherfucker.
Wow.
That's the only way you can get to that shit. Like, I can go get my grandmother's medical records right now if I wanted to because I have power of attorney.
Right. But that's kind of an extreme step. But the problem is this, and that is, I don't think this dude is helping the sanity levels of Diego Sanchez in any possible way. Because the dude gets crazier and crazier and crazier because the UFC cut him because you don't just go and pull out of a fight.
Well, here's what happened. He didn't pull. He didn't pull out. That came up, and then the UFC requested that. He'd be like, hey, bro, can you show us you're healthy and ready to go for this fight on May 8th? On the advice of his lawyer, Sanchez refused to do so and was therefore cut.
Oh, well, you can't. If you're a fighter, you have to be able to let the promotion know that you're safe to fight. Yeah. That's why there aren't a lot of deaths. There are no deaths in the octagon.
That's that standing 8 count they give you. Like, can you show us you're ready? Oh, you can't? Well, you're done. Yeah. See you later.
Right.
And really, that fight didn't fucking need to happen outside of giving Cowboy a little bump in the balls.
Well, I was kind of looking forward to it, but
well, so was I. I was looking forward to the violence, or maybe a tap. I wanted a tap.
Yeah,
it's easy to knock out Diego Sanchez. It's hard
to
tap him.
A lot of people have been doing it lately. So that's kind of where that's at. So the dumpster fire of that's the other thing too, because then when Diego's like, "That's it, I'm out," and then he goes into hashtags every promotion out there, Bellator. Ryzen, ONE FC,
The Ryzen one made me laugh.
Yeah.
They might take your crazy ass, bro.
PFL. I mean, all of these, look for work anywhere. And nobody's going to touch them because they know that you have to take his crazy fucking life coach with him, too.
Well, that's a package deal no camp wants.
Nobody.
And, he was training at American Top Team. Maybe not with American Top Team, but
Clearly, because you got to, you're going to have too many people that probably don't meet the approval of the life coach. So
Scott Coker has just been quoted saying, no, we're not signing Diego Sanchez.
We'll sign all the other shitheads from the UFC. But
that's fucking great. Because, you really have to be the type of guy to be like, hey, no, we don't want that one, dude. We'll take Yoel, who has maybe 2-3 more fights left. We'll take fucking Rumble, who probably got a dozen.
Yeah.
Diego, God, and there's a picture. I might make that the cover. Fabia and Diego Sanchez like together in his underwear.
Oh.
They're on a bed.
They're both in their underwear?
On a bed.
That's
bed.
bad. That's bad. That's not a good look. That's some shit that can keep you running from office back in the day.
I want to end the MMA portion with a quote from Cowboy. It's hard to be mad at Diego now because I don't think it's him guiding the horse. I think he's just running blind. And this other jamoke. I mean, that's quote.
Okay.
His new lover is showing him down the path. I don't know. Can't really be mad at the kid, or the old man, I should say. But really, it's his cult leader and lover that took over his life. And I feel bad for you, Diego.
Wow.
I've never met him. I never have. I know the guy that whipped his ass at the bar. He's trained with that guy. And that kid was talking about his death punch and how he was going to kill the dude. My buddy whipped his little motherfucking ass all over the bar. So the death punch did not work. It was unsuccessful. This guy no longer fights. He no longer trains. He just said, I'll beat your ass. Then he did. The MMA community in New Mexico had a chuckle over that.
Wow. Man.
Joshua Fabia and Cowboy in a boxing match. Sign it.
Yeah, I don't think that guy wants anything to do with that shit. All right, well, it's time for us to move to picks, sir. Let's see, what do we got going on this week? What you drinking?
I'm kind of a little Thursday inebriated on a bullet.
Good man.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm proud.
I'd like to be. I'm a little jealous of you on that.
Sorry,
in that
dude.
regard, but
I wish I had the willpower you do. I really do.
yeah,
I really do.
It gets tested on occasion.
You're welcome. I keep you strong.
I'll be drinking the old H2O. The
Yes. Yes, that's life water. Nestle life water.
All right, what are we listening to?
Ooh. Well, I got my power metal fix when I got here, so none of that. I was listening to the Dogman album at work today, King's X.
King's X, yeah.
Very nice.
Right on.
That's their album I remember them for.
Maybe I might go, Sonata Arctica? One of those. I mean, still power metal. Yeah.
But that you're starting to get into the higher echelon.
The
of power
good
metal.
shits.
The good shits.
All right, and as far as the fights go tomorrow, you got any predictions, anything that's kind of going to reach out and grab you?
I think Floyd Mayweather finds out where Jake Paul lives and murders him. I really do. Diego Sanchez worried about getting murdered. Jake Paul needs to worry about getting shot in a fucking intersection, bro.
Wow.
Just saying.
Yeah.
That did not go well.
You don't mess with Money Mayweather.
And that motherfucker, as soon as all that happened, it was all ready. It was all planned. Hour after that happened, puts out a fucking thing like shop for this shirt now that says "Got your hat on it." He already got shirts ready.
So he's already planning on doing it.
Yeah.
I guess he didn't plan on getting his eye dotted, though.
Probably not.
Was
No.
all this like a promotional, like just stare down or something?
This
or?
was backstage.
When are they supposed to fight? Like June, right?
This was a face-off with Logan. He's fighting Logan Paul, not Jake. Jake just fought.
Oh, that's the dude that
He's
fought
fighting the other brother. The one that fought Askren is the one that just got clocked in the eye.
Oh.
By the greatest to ever do it.
Well, that's why he doesn't fight boxers.
Because that shit happened.
All right. Let's go ahead and call her a day. Hey, we'll be right back at it again. Where we're at. Not the weekend, but not the Friday before Memorial Day.
Are we gonna be doing one for 263?
That's just next week, isn't it?
Yeah,
Maybe
that's next Friday.
Maybe we ought to aim for that. So LJ,
You hear that, LJ?
LJ, I know you usually stop listening after your segment. But
We need you, LJ, next Friday, please. Please, my friend, I promise we'll do it.
Yeah, we'll do one next week. Let's do one next week, but that does end up getting us onto a weird track of going up against
Well, after
Memorial
that,
Day.
we'll see your bitch asses in June.
Maybe. We'll see. Well, fuck, who knows? We'll see. We play it week by week.
That's right, bitches.
All right. Hey, it's time to get ourselves ready for the weekend. Enjoy yours. We'll holler at you assholes next week, huh?
Hugs and kisses.